Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the African Comic Guy. It's an incredible day. We finally get to see the Aquaman trailer, the Lost Kingdom trailer. It's been a minute. We've been waiting for it. So without further ado, let's check it out and then let's talk about it.
4 years ago, I was basically unemployed. A wanderer with no home. But now, I'm a husband and a father. And I wouldn't have it any other way. How you did it, Pops?
My job was a little less stressful than yours.
Oh yeah, I finally got a job. I'm the king of Atlantis. 500 million people from every known species in the sea call this place home. But that doesn't mean they all like me. I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear. I'm gonna murder his family and burn his kingdom to ash.
He must be stopped, or a global meltdown is imminent.
I think I know someone who might be able to help us. Ooh, you look rough. Is that my brother? High five.
Do not call me brother. I cannot believe you let this happen.
Yeah, well, I hate this job.
True king builds bridges, right?
True king builds bridges.
We need to find Manta.
He's different now. He's stronger than before.
It's the Black Trident. During King Atlan's time, there were 7 kingdoms. The Trident was a curse upon them all.
The Trident's dark magic is spreading.
He means to end the bloodline.
I don't know what lies ahead, but we can't leave our children in a world without hope.
You're not as bad at this as you think. If you lead, the 7 kingdoms will follow.
I just checked out this trailer, and we've talked about the state of DC this year, right? We've talked about how they've just bombed. Outside of Blue Beetle, if you haven't seen my Blue Beetle review, you can actually check it out. I dropped it actually today, so you can actually check it out. And don't ignore the video quality in the beginning. YouTube is very strict when it comes to copyright. And so I couldn't really show the video. So, I'm working on actually how to be able to do that the right way, basically following guidelines. But anyway, so the state of DC has basically been unrest since essentially since Wonder Woman. And we've had some wins throughout the years, like the Suicide Squad that came out a couple years ago. Was pretty good, directed by James Gunn. But this year, since Black Adam, essentially, it's been flop after flop after flop. And essentially, it's because the stories are not captivating, right? But we fell in love with Aquaman, the first one. It was incredible. The visuals, right? It was fun to watch. I remember watching Avatar, right? The first time Avatar came out. And visually, right, the colors just really popped out everywhere. You're like, oh my God, the quality. You're like, I know all of this is CGI, but it looks amazing. And when we watched the first Aquaman, that's essentially what I felt. I felt like James Wan, basically the director of this movie, did an incredible job, not only showcasing Aquaman and Atlantis, right, in all its glory, but you believed that they were underwater. And I think this time they actually did shoot underwater. Don't quote me on that. I think they did. I think with technology going as far as they have, I think they did. But watching this trailer, I'm not, it's sometimes you have to taper expectations. And sometimes I have to remind myself that I am a DC fan. I want this to win. Every once in a while, a lot of people are really down on DC, not just DC alone, but comic movies, right? Right now, because of quality, the content, right? People, it feels monotonous right now. It feels like it's the same thing over and over and over again. Nobody's really coming out with something original. But with Aquaman, they've had so many reshoots. You start believing and thinking, I don't feel like this movie is going to do well because they keep delaying and delaying. I mean, this is movies coming out in essentially less than 4 months, but this is the first time we're actually getting a trailer. Typically you get trailers sometimes even a year in advance, right? 8-9 months marketing. Right? There's not been any marketing for this movie. You haven't seen it anywhere online. So if there's been, I think it's a lot of reshoots. A lot of things have been hush hush. But I'm excited, and I love the fact that we finally get to see the trailer. When you finally get to see how it's going to look, and I love that it looks like it's that the previous movie carries on, like the visuals carry on, and I hope that this movie keeps some of the parts that we loved about that about Aquaman himself, the fact that he was badass. He has to remain badass. Don't add things that are not supposed to be here. Don't add humor that's not supposed to be here. Everything has to be structured and follow Aquaman as we know him. You know what I mean? Especially coming from that movie. And watching this trailer, I could see that they did carry over certain aspects of that movie. I think James Wan was conscious of that. I think maybe all these reshoots that they did, a lot of it was they listened to fans. Because again, nobody wants to see one of their favorite movies or favorite characters bomb or fail, right? We want to see these movies succeed, because when they do, we know we're going to get more and more content, right? We're going to get more and more movies. And with this one, especially coming from the DCEU, this might be the end of the DCEU. So hopefully it goes out with a bang. Hopefully we get an incredible movie and we start shouting for another movie. But again, I'm excited. I'm actually genuinely excited. I've learned to keep myself kind of like in the middle. Don't let my highs be too high, my lows be too low, just be in the middle. So, out of 5, the trailer itself, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. It looks like they're going to keep that arc, keep that, not only just the visuals from the previous movie, but I also think they're going to keep that badassery, right? I also like the fact that from the trailer, you can see you have returning characters, not only Black Manta from the comics, by the way, and I'll tackle him down the line. He's a very, very powerful character, and he actually plays a huge role in the development of Aquaman. And not only that, he impacts Aquaman's life, Aquaman's kids, you know what I mean? And it carries over, and he ends up having a kid at some point. I don't know if that's going to happen in the movie. I don't know, but it's good to see that. It's good to see Orm, basically Aquaman's brother, who was the villain in the previous movie, together with Black Manta. It's good to see him coming back because he's a pretty good actor. It's nice to see Nicole Kidman back. So it's going to be interesting to see how this movie plays out. But I'm excited as a fan. I'm excited because we finally get to see this trailer. We finally get to see how this movie is going to look. And that to me is a step in the right direction. So I'm just hoping that this movie is, because again, going back to that previous Aquaman movie, I didn't know what to expect. This was a director that I didn't know. But I remember just coming out of that and going, dude, this was an incredible movie. Well done, well shot. The visuals were off the chain. And it made over $1 billion. So they set a really, really high bar. So we'll see what happens with this trailer. Again, I'm excited. If you want to check it out, you can check it out online. See the new Aquaman trailer, The Lost Kingdom. It's fun. But anyway, it's been a blast, as always. I hope to see you guys in the next installment of the African Comic Guy. Have a good night, guys. Peace.